another episode on the body and mind. Well, any guesses on the temperature outside here in Dubai? Well, the temperature outside is almost 50 degrees centigrade. It's burning hot. Of course, in this room, it's quite cool. And to cool you down, let me invite Mr. Sanjeev again. And today we're going to discuss on the digestive systems and the reviews that has been done in the past. Welcome, Mr. Sanjeev.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
It's pretty hot outside.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
And the digestive system is totally out of control.
Yeah.
Most of the people. Plenty of liquids has to be
taken now.
taken
in fact, in yoga, it's very good to practice two good pranayams which we have, which is good for the heat.
Okay.
One is called Shitali. The name itself, Shital, means coolness.
Okay.
It is, we roll the tongue like, and take in slow, deep breathing. Then we close our mouth and exhale through the left nostril. This we do it cools the system. Even you can do it both the nostrils also if you don't have time. But why we do it is because our body is having negative and positive.
Negative is on the...
Negative energy and positive energy.
The left one is...
Left is negative,
Okay.
right is positive. Or we call it in yoga philosophy as mental energy and life energy. In Chinese they call it as yin and yang. Physics we call it as matter and energy. In Samkhya philosophy we call it as Prakriti and Purusha, nature, mother and father. These are the two energies. Now Shitali is something whenever you take in the coolness, you can get the coolness into the system and you exhale through the nose. It cools the system. So these are certain things which is there in yoga. According to requirements you can modulate. Some people they can't roll the tongue. For them there is called Sheetkari. Sheetkari is the teeth is kept like this and the tongue is folded. You draw in air through both the teeth. Again close the mouth, exhale through the nostrils.
It's really cool.
It cools the system. These are two cooling pranayams during the heat. Today, as you said, we would like to discuss on the digestive system. One of the major systems of the body which we use it on a regular basis is called the digestive system. In fact, in schools, we teach the children all these systems, but they just learn it for examinations and they draw and keep. But how it can be practically implemented or how you can utilize this knowledge, yoga gives a very detailed picture. Because the basic essence of yoga is practical utilization of the knowledge. So I would like to ask you, what does the digestive system do generally? What does it do? Any idea?
What all food you consume, it will suppress it and then convert...
It assimilates.
Yeah.
It assimilates. So the food that is taken, it assimilates and slowly all the ingredients or the body absorbs the contents, everything, and it is waste matter is passed out. Yes, that's the digestive system. Now tell me, what is it that you remember about the digestive system? What are the important organs of the digestive system? Can you just give a little? Stomach.
The fluids involved.
Fluids. Then liver.
Of course.
Pancreas. I would like to ask you now, where does the major portion of the digestion take place?
Stomach.
Stomach. Actually, if you observe, this is what we generally think. Now let us say in a company there is an office. We have a front office, we have a back office and all those things. Now will your back office do the front office job?
No.
Front office has to do the front office job. Back office will not do that. Likewise, if you observe, 65% of the digestion should happen in the front office of your system, that is the mouth. Because all the equipments to cut down the food, enjoy the taste of the food, all these things rest only in the front office, that is the mouth. 65% of the digestion should happen here in the mouth. Now tell me, does the eyes, ears, nose have any role in the digestive system?
Of course they should, by some means.
Yeah. If you observe, now let us say
The aromas.
smell, it triggers. So how does it impact? How can it help a person? If you observe, now let us say a lemon, you take a lemon, and nice juicy lemon you take. You take a plate and a knife. Nicely press the lemon, nicely press it. The juice will be like ready to come out. You take a knife and cut it. You can see the half of the lemon, you take it. You open your mouth and squeeze the juice of the lemon in the mouth. How you will feel? Little sour, Sometimes you may observe saliva comes itself the moment we say.
Automatically.
Yeah. Like your favorite pickle, you think saliva comes. This is where the important lies. See, there is an enzyme called pitilin, P-Y-T-A-L-I-N, pitilin, which is there in the mouth. As you know, this has the enzyme called pitilin, which can cut down the starch and carbohydrates in the mouth itself. Now today if you observe, as soon as we reach home, what do? Immediately we want to eat something. The moment you take your food, remote is also on the other hand. You on it. Now you're watching the TV. It can be a serial or a movie or a horror film or anything.
An interesting program.
Anything. Now, the secretion of the saliva happens according to your thoughts. Your mind is totally engaged into something. So sufficient saliva does not get secreted, or the salivary glands does not secrete sufficient saliva. What happens is, you will have regular problems of acidity, indigestion, constipation. These will be your regular friends, because you are not with the food. That's what we say, eyes, nose, ears have a great role in the digestive system. Whenever you are eating, be with the food. Otherwise, it can not give you sufficient saliva, because anything that you have with the saliva, it helps you to function. The digestive system functions beautifully. So this is what the main thing of the mouth. And it is said, solid food should be drunk. How do you drink the solid food? Nicely chew it, masticate it, enjoy the taste. And tongue is a fantastic equipment. You put some food into your mouth, immediately it says, I somewhere tasted it. It must be mommy's preparation. Very nice. So anything, there's a data that stores and says, this is it. And these are the ingredients into it. So fantastic equipment. But today we don't even thank those who give the good food. We are either with the TV or that and discussing so many things. We don't enjoy the food. Better is people make it nicely. Instead of placing it on the very nice table, they can put it all in the mixie and give them. Better grind it and give, because they don't chew also properly. So food taken into the mouth should be nicely masticated and mixed with the saliva. That's what we say, solid food should be drunk. And liquid food should be eaten.
No. How do you eat liquid food?
Eat means you take a sip of juice, let us say. Put it in the mouth, enjoy the taste, and slowly mix with the saliva and have. You'll never have acidity problem, because fruits are basically acidic.
Hi, and welcome to Marine Biz TV. You're watching the world's first global maritime TV channel.
Marine Biz TV.
Some people, if you look at the film world or the glamour world, they say the juice of a fruit is it's very useful for the repulsion of the skin. But some people are going against it. They say no, you should eat it rather you should eat the fruit rather than taking the juice.
Yeah.
Why this contradiction?
See, actually with the fiber, if you take, is always good.
Not the juice.
Juice you can take. With the fiber, it helps into it's a natural way of eating.
Oh, okay.
If you see animals and birds, they just eat according with the fiber. It is natural.
With the nature.
Because more fiber in the body, it helps to eliminate also plenty of things. And juice, whenever you drink directly, it goes into the system directly.
Glucose.
Yeah. So with fiber it's always good. You can have juice, it's not that you should not have. And it again depends on person to person, like their activity and so many things.
Especially the media world, our world, everybody are conscious about especially the other side of the corner, are conscious about the skin and also say, okay, if you watch different interviews, what is the secret behind your beauty or your skin? They say, we consume a lot of juices.
Yeah.
Juices.
Actually, you know why? Fruits are the first source of solar energy. They are directly from the sun, and anything directly from the sun, that energy is very beneficial for a human consumption. All meat and other things are secondary form of energy. These fruits you get directly from the sun. So those energy is very good for the body, health-wise, skin, everything. That's why fruits are very good. Especially with fiber, nothing like it. These things, now for example, how you nicely masticate and slowly it goes down. It is said that it goes down the esophagus. And here, there's an involuntary muscle. The moment you think of something or you start talking, it can go into the trachea and block the windpipe, Suffocation can happen. There are instances people die because of getting suffocated when they're eating their food. It may be seeming to be very simple, but it's very, very dangerous. Sometimes you are talking and doing something else, your mind is something, it can go into, and then we have to hit on the head or the back, given a chance nicely, bang. So it's very important that they should be with the food totally. Elders always say, you be with the food when you eat. Don't talk, eat. Because there is a reason, there is a science behind, because system operates like that. Now, as it goes down, we have the esophagus and there's a cardiac splinter. It's a valve, it opens up into the stomach. And here, the stomach is the size of the fist. The inner walls are very, very thick compared to any other parts of the body. Now, as you taken the food, it is said for a heavy meal to digest, it requires almost 800 ml of enzymes consisting of hydrochloric acid, renin, pepsin, and plenty of chemicals are there in the stomach. The moment you sit in front of the food, you're ready to take the food, or everything, the smell, everything comes. It is said 200 ml of enzymes immediately get secreted as a reception committee to receive your food. You understood? Now, most of the time today in modern world, we are all in a hurry to eat food.
Quickly.
So sometimes a call comes that you take, this you take, suddenly you walk off. And then you come and eat after 1 hour or 2 hours. What has happened? The poor reception committee is tired, waiting for the food to come. So they don't get the food. They destroy the inner walls of the stomach and you get all duodenal ulcers and problems. You understood? That's why whenever you sit for the food, it is said always, elders always say, finish the food and get up. Why you get up in between? Or you don't eat now, come later and eat. Eat fully, sit down and finish it. And even today, we say when people are fasting, you need to support them not to drink in front of them or eat. Why? There's a scientific reason behind this also. If you observe, many of them fast because they have to fast. So anything of these triggers the enzymes and it can destroy their stomach. They can't eat also.
So it's better not to tempt
Them. But a person who decides, I will not eat anything, nothing will happen to him. It's the mind again. So a person is totally, I want to fast. Nothing can trigger him. But a person who just has to fast, it's like, it triggers. So we need to support the weak people, We need to support them. So that it's better that we don't eat. Whoever, in every religion there is fastings. So whenever people are fasting, ensure that you don't disturb them. But some say, no problem, I am okay. Nothing will happen. It's again the state of mind. So all these goes to say how the system operates. I have many people coming, especially ladies, they come and say, oh, we have acidity problem, we have that problem, ulcers and so many things. One thing I found to be very, very interesting is, I just checked up with them, what is your daily schedule in the morning? Most of them get up, it's almost late, rush to the kitchen, prepare the food for the family, husband has to go, children have to go to school. In the process, she prepares all these tasty food and she does not eat anything. Because she eats only after her bath and prayers and all those things.
Gets messed up.
So what happened? The enzymes reception committee waits for a long time after smelling and getting.
They go away.
Finally it destroys and they land up with all acidic problems. So if you can eat, at least you get, that's what we say, get up in the morning, have your bath, then only go to your kitchen. The system. Then what happens? You don't have to be worried about it. You can take an apple or something so that your stomach is not destroyed. I'm telling you, 80 to 85% of the stomach problem will go if you know how to utilize the system. Then we have, as the stomach, the food goes, all the enzymes mix together like the concrete mixture, the cement. It is just second, back off is just only this mixing. And then there's a valve called the pyloric valve which opens up and the entire particles goes into the duodenum. There are plenty of other enzymes that join together, and this is the starting of the small intestine.
Okay.
And this material is mixed with all the food particles and the enzymes is called chyme, C-H-Y-M-E. Now, there are innumerable small pores in the small intestines called villi, V-I-L-L-I. And through the villi, all the juices are now absorbed into the system. It's absorbed into the system. And it is stored in the granary of the body, the liver. Whenever a person drinks too much of alcohol, the liver is what gets affected because all the alcohol gets stored in the system. A person who drinks, because the liver's capacity is only 30 ml of alcohol. If you take more than 30 ml of alcohol, you can see the circus these people do after drinking. It is the liver trying to expel the excess alcohol out of the system. So excess is running around, jumping on this. It does. So liver stores all these juices that has been taken, and slowly the waste matter passes out, and finally it reaches the large intestine. There also there's a valve called ileocecal valve which opens up and the waste matter goes into the large intestine where it is passed out as stool. The valve is there to stop the excess water going off, or dehydration can happen. See how beautiful the system is. It's a fantastic mechanism. But the problem is the operator does not know how to operate.
The system has got a checkpoint
everything. But the operator does not know how to operate, you land up in problems. If you have a company, you have a purchase department, you have a production department, you have a waste management department, you have a maintenance department. But our own company, our purchase department is hopeless sometimes. We eat all the unwanted junk. And here, your maintenance department, for example, if you don't really maintain, the equipment goes into problem. You can't even replace it. So, knowledge about the digestive system and how it functions will have a great impact on a person's health, because this is one of the major systems that we use every moment. So that's the digestive system. Why we discuss or go into detail in yoga is because apart from just external cleansings, yoga has a methodology to internally cleanse also. Because in modern medical system, or we do the enema, we cleanse the large intestine if you want. In yoga we call it as Shanka Prakshalana. That is, the intestine is like a conch, nicely twisted, you know. All the intestine 6 times your body length. If you're 6 feet, it is 36 feet in human beings and herbivorous animals. Carnivorous animal, it is only 3 times the body length. So whenever a non-vegetarian food is eaten by a carnivorous animal, it is out of the system very fast. When human beings eat these non-veg too much, it lies in the system for a longer time. That's why impurities and toxins becomes accumulated and smell and all these things comes in the system. Now, this system is very, very important, and we have to cleanse the system. How to clean the system? Shanka Prakshala is we just drink saline water little.
Just
drink saline water. Previous day should be very light. Do stipulated exercises. You feel like going to toilet again. Continuously do exercise, drink water, toilet. A stage comes, the entire the color of the water that you drink fully goes out in the same manner. So the entire system from here till the last is totally purified. So yoga has a fantastic way of internally purifying your systems. That's why we need to understand the digestive system. Some people think yoga is just a fitness. But yoga has a great importance to the medical aspects also, because it deals with the science of functioning of the human systems.
the working aspects.
Everything. So this is what is about digestive system. Now if you have any queries you can clear, and then we can go into the practices also, the abdominal systems also.
Especially for the people in Middle East. India, of course, it's Asian countries, it's a little bit cooler compared to the Middle East right now. It's very, very hot here, if you look into the Middle East. So, for a person working outside who's frequently getting exposed to this cruel heat, what sort of food habits should he undergo? And what are the advantages and disadvantages for taking non-vegetarian food, or the liquid or the fruits, or in that category?
See, first of all, when a person is outside in this heat, he should ensure that he drinks plenty of water. Because water is very much essential. 80% of our body is water. So water has to be taken with the essential ingredients. So it would be good to take some juices, fruit juices, salads, sprouts.
He can take it.
Yeah. He can, and one thing that can help him very good is the sprouts, Sprouts. Sprouts are something like you put it and soak it in water and they come out, germinate. This is very good source of protein. It's very good, better than any meat, I should say. Plenty of proteins are there. And they should drink more of alkali content food, juices, fruits. All these things will help them. Vegetables will help them a lot. Semi-liquids form is very good. And
that's very advantageous.
advantages. And also avoid too much of spices. When you take too much of spices, the body heat is generated more. So if you can avoid spices during the hot seasons, it will be beneficial for them, because body on its own has a capacity to modulate according to the temperature outside. But if your system is clogged with plenty of these ingredients, spices and things, so the streamlining of attuning itself to the surroundings doesn't happen that much. That's why a person who is having simple meals, it is said, he adjusts accordingly in any situations. But a person who is having a heavy non-veg and not spicy and things, they have to be in the AC, they feel more and more hot. That's what we say. A yogi is a person, we call it, who actually one good meal in a day is enough. One good meal in a day who is having, we call that person a yogi. Those who enjoy food, nice heavy food, 2 times in a day,
They're called bogi.
they are called bogi. Bogi means who enjoy eating. 3 times those who eat very heavily, we call them actually rogi. All the diseases manifest in them. And those who eat 4 times in a day, we call them drohi. They are eating others' food also. So basically, food we should eat to live. Don't live to eat.
Okay.
You know, that's very important. So that's what it is. And plus with the simple breathing techniques to cool down, it will help them a lot. Cooling pranayams are very good. And the more and more you become accustomed to the breath, you can face any situations outside also, whether it is cooling, because your body itself has cold and hot. If you want to reduce the temperature, take more on the left side. Cooling, it will cool the system. If you want to heat up the body, take breath through the right nostril, it will heat up the body. So you have a fantastic system. So according to the requirements, you modulate your breath, it supports you a lot.
Okay.
These are all techniques of how you can utilize this knowledge of yoga in day-to-day practice or in every moment in your life.
With this, we come to the end of this episode, and for the practical version, we'll take you into the next episode. Until then, thank you and goodbye.